What's up, guys? Welcome back. Highside Broadcasting coming back to you guys again here today for another race. What is this, race 7? 8? Yeah, this is number 7. You guys can see all these full-time drivers have made 6 starts. So we are on race number 7. It is Texas. Of course, here's the standings for today. For 2002, of course, I'm posting our standings. I've also been posting all the contract stuff. So guys that are locked in for a deal next year, some guys that are not locked in for a deal next year. Of course, this will be the 7th race into the season, but drivers need to find their teams and find them soon. So, but anyway, a lot of guys are on 1-year deals. A lot are on 2, 3, and as high as 4-year deals for guys that are obviously going to be on their team for quite a while. With that being said, we're going to get right into it. We don't have any special drivers racing today, such as Chandler Smith, Zane Smith. They're not in today, but the 15 is JJ Yaley. Some of you guys care, some of you guys probably don't. The 51, Cole Custer this week, and then BJ McLeod. Everyone else, full-time regular. We're just going to skip practice. 7 races into the year. I don't think anybody cares about practice. It doesn't even seem to translate for qualifying in the race. But Larson has lost the point lead to Denny Hamlin, but he qualifies the pole here today. Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, Hamlin, Reddick, your top 5. Larson, the only one with multiple wins with 2. Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex have 1. Ross Chastain has 1. Bubba Wallace has 1. And with that being said, skip warm-up. We're going to get right into this race. If Texas is anything like Atlanta was, and it might be, Atlanta was definitely the best racing mile and a half this season, for sure. But here we go. You guys saw Bristol in that previous race. A lot of wrecks, Wreckfest. These guys did not do well there. A lot of these races, though, have only had a few cautions. Bristol was for sure a wild card race, and I'm not sure if it falls in the playoffs. I'm actually probably going to take a look at that after this race to see which 10 tracks are going to be in the playoffs, because I'm not sure. But with that being said, Kyle Larson, Logano, Hendricks, and Penske, and then 2 Gibbs cars, and then 2311 and an RCR car, another Gibbs car along with Hendricks. There's Chastain. Some notable guys that have not started off the season too hot. Brad Keselowski is like mid-20s in points, and we are 6 races in now, so that's not great. Try and turn it up. It's not super loud for some reason, but here we go. We like to do spectator mode so we can see the whole field as we are coming to the green flag. Looking to get some green flag racing in today, something we couldn't do at Bristol, where Chastain eked out the win over the 9 of Elliott. Pretty clean first lap. Some racing going on back here. Ty Gibbs is off to a pretty good start in the season. Top 10 in points, which for the 54 team is pretty good. Riding, around 10th, 11th right now with Blaney, Elliott, and Suarez behind him. Suarez as well is like 11th, 10th in points, somewhere around there. He's doing well. Some notable guys that are not doing well, like I said, Keselowski, running 10th right now. Ooh, the 6 and the 8 got very close right there. Bowman Not off to a great start, I don't believe. Stenhouse is off to a pretty good start. He's fallen off the last few weeks, though. Of course, running 24th right now. Chase Briscoe not been off to a good start this year. I still don't see him. Oh, he must have been in there somewhere. But Amarillo started off with the top 5 at Daytona and has struggled since. Michael McDowell has flipped. Well, he flipped the first 2 races of the season. So not good for Michael McDowell. That was quite the race. We've had several flips this year, so it could definitely make a highlight reel. Is Reddick going for the race lead? Could definitely make a highlight reel with all the flips that have happened so far this year. Gonna freight train him on the bottom. Reddick, Logano, Bell, Truex all looking to go by. You got Chastain, Byron. Some guys that were up towards the front. Falling back a little bit. Maybe not. Larson was able to get down in front of Truex. Truex now looking underneath him to go down the back straightaway. He's going to get there. And you got Christopher Bell underneath Logano. Logano's been off to... Logano... Here's the thing about Logano. He's had pretty many DNFs, but he seems to qualify and race in the top 5. He's just had horrible luck. He got wrecked out early at Bristol. He got wrecked out at some of the other races this year. Logano, he's been quick. And Truex just took him out! Martin Truex Jr. just took out Joey Logano. And Harvick's in it. Cindric is in it. Are you kidding me? Massive crash. Oh my gosh. No way. He was running third. Wow. And Elliott's in it. Chastain's in it. Oh my gosh. Harvick. Obviously Truex. I'm stunned. I was just talking to you guys in the middle of the conversation about Joey Logano. How he's run so well, top 5 every week, and he gets taken out. And I don't know what happened, but Truex wiped him out. Truex is done. You can see he's smoking. He's not going to be able to finish with that black smoke. That engine is done. What happened, Truex? He was a good ways behind Logano. He just dive bombed it in there. Logano in the air a little bit. He just sent it in a lot. Oh my gosh. He just sent it in really hard, took him out. Then they couldn't keep it at the top. Oh, Chastain got wrecked later in the corner. You guys can see all the cars that got taken out right there. What happened to the one car got taken out later in the corner? Ooh, a lot of... Ooh, you got BJ McLeod flipping right there. And the 3 upside down. Oh, these cars flip a lot. My gosh. Harvick or Hamlin. Oh, what do you know? Ross Chastain and Denny Hamlin getting into it. Not much of a surprise there. I think they were just trying to avoid the wreck. Right there you can see the 3 flipping, the 78 flipping. There's a lot to talk about here. Let's ride along with the 19 and just to see what happened from his point of view, because I'm very curious as to what happened, because that was just dive bomb into the corner and wiped out Logano. Logano? Oh, see, I'm not really sure there, man. From that point of view, Truex definitely dive bombed. He definitely sent it in. Logano kind of came down a little bit. I mean, once the 19 was there, Logano did come down a little bit. But he spun off the nose of Truex, so I'm not sure there. See, from his point of view, just kind of got wiped out. And then he came down the track, took out Kevin Harvick, took out a couple guys, Bowman. A lot of guys, actually. And then it looks like the 11 was just avoiding the incident on the apron and just jumped back onto the track and just kind of took out the 1. Yeah, just kind of got wiped out. So, this race has taken a turn. The aggression in these drivers has grown immensely. A lot of wrecks here. A lot of wrecks. Harvick and Elliott going to continue. They are a lap down. You can see Truex, Allmendinger, Cindric, Chastain, Logano, Dillon. Both Dillons. Well, they're 2 laps down, so they're still in the race. But Logano, Briscoe. Briscoe, another DNF. Almirola, another DNF. And then BJ McLeod. Stuart Haas had 3 cars caught up in that one. The 41 of Priest, who's 18th, the only one that did not get caught up in that. Well, that being said, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick out front. Then you got Byron, Larson, Hamlin, Keselowski, Busch, Gibbs, Blaney, and Suarez. Gibbs and Suarez have just avoided incidents this year, and it's working out in their favor. But that's just insane how I was talking about that incident, how I was talking, I don't know, 10 seconds before it happened and was still in the middle of talking about it. How Logano was top 5, top 3 every week, runs fast every week, got taken out of Bristol. He's got taken out a lot this year, running well. Running third, just gets run over by the 19 of Martin Truex. Not going to be happy for sure, I can imagine, about that one. A lot of guys taken out in that one. That being said, I mean, Harvick and Elliott going to fight to try and get back on the lead lap. Looks like Harvick doesn't have a hood, so that's probably going to be difficult. But when they don't have a hood, that means they're not going to be fast. Then you got Austin Dillon and Ty Dillon 2 laps down. Elliott has quite a bit of damage. I'm not sure if it'll be enough, though, especially if he still has the hood on that car. Should be all right, but no, he doesn't. He doesn't have the hood on that car, so that car is pretty torn up as well. So Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, your top 5. And then the first 4 is Keselowski in 6th. Needs a good run. For sure needs a good run. We'll see if he's able to manage that. Or if he's not. Insane. Coming to lap 12. Bell, Reddick, Byron got clear. And they're gone, so you can really see the speed difference for Harvick. Austin Dillon, lap cars racing, trying to get by him. A lot of cars no longer in this race. Harvick starting to get past now. Keselowski got by Larson. Now Kyle Busch looking to get by Larson. Harvick starting to go backwards. Top 3 are gone. At least for the time being. Austin Dillon now being passed by Larson and Busch. Now it's Noah Gragson's turn to go by the 4. Oh, contact the 99. What a save. That should have been a wreck. We don't see many saves on here, but that was a save. Sent it in, got into the door. The 4 was sideways. That looked like a wreck. And they're still racing. We're going to go back and look at that, but I don't want to miss anything here. Because they are racing, and Harvick is off the pace, clearly. That car is clearly damaged. McDowell's got some rear end damage as well. What a save. These guys are still racing up here. Let's go back and look at that on the 99. passed a lot of cars down that straightaway. Got into the door of the 15, up into the door of the 4. That was a heck of a save. That looked like a wreck. That definitely looked like a wreck. But go back to the front of the field, where Tyler Reddick, William Byron, and Christopher Bell have driven off. None of these guys have won a race yet. Then you got Larson, who's won twice in 4th, and then Brad Keselowski. Byron underneath Reddick. Byron looking for the race lead. I don't think free pass is a thing on here. Let's actually go through and look at some of the options. I don't think any of this really has to do with. Never really looked at these settings too much. And Byron's out front, Reddick, then Christopher Bell. Still a ways to go in this thing. 2.8 ahead of Larson. Let's see when it comes across the line. 2.9, they gained a tenth, almost an exact tenth. So Larson, Brad Keselowski, Busch, they are not running the leaders down. Of course, if we can go green long enough, maybe have some lap traffic, especially with as far as that 4 was off the pace. Or this 9 car, Chase Elliott, he will be lap traffic here pretty soon. A lot of damage. Then the 4, 21. There will be some lap traffic, so we'll see how Byron, Reddick, and Bell can get through that. If Larson can't gain or maybe go backwards even more from it. He gained that 10th back, or about half of that 10th anyway. It's back up to 2.853, that gap. .807, so they are eating into this gap a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. They have an equal amount of cars, Keselowski, Busch, and Hamlin. And Larson, so one more car. So 4 versus 3. And they've caught the 9 quickly. They are on the 9, middle of the corner. Might lose a little bit of time. That gap's gone back up to 3 seconds. Looks like they're racing now, as Keselowski's up to 4th. Reddick under Byron. Byron under Elliott. His teammate is slowing him up. Not good. Oh, into the 9 a little bit. The Reddick has taken full advantage of this. That is what I'm talking about. That definitely slew them down, but I think they're racing behind them too. So it's 3 seconds. 2.4. They took a whole 6/10 out of that gap, but now it's their turn to try and get by Chase Elliott. Way off the pace, a lot of damage. I know they're coming up on the 4 soon as well. But the 9 really off the pace. They're going to catch him. Oh, there's a wreck. Caution is out. Was it Reddick? It was the 45 of Reddick. What happened? Racing for the lead. Bell got into him, turned him, dumped him, hard hit. Wow. He just kind of dumped him. Oh, and then he took out his teammate. The 23 of Bubba Wallace is in it. Both 2311 cars got taken out. Christopher, what is going on with these Joe Gibbs cars? Truex and now Bell. And they took out both 2311 cars. Are you kidding me? What in the world? Got a run, went to his inside. And Bell just dumped him. Hard, solid hit to the wall. Then you can see the 23 comes through and gets him. Everyone else looks like they got through. Bowman hit Bubba, I'm pretty sure. So he'll be another car involved. So only a 3-car wreck. But both 2311 cars and Bowman, not good for them. So we're coming up on the halfway point of this race, and a lot of DNFs have been in this race for sure. As that gives a better opportunity for, well, Keselowski's up to second now, because what happened? Byron went back to 7th. I would like to know how that happened. Not sure. It looks like just a little bit of confusion for these guys getting onto pit road. Oh, got into the back of the 20 going into pit road there. Yeah, a lot of confusion there. We got a wreck getting onto pit road, the 77. But it's going to hurt Byron. Suarez is now up to 4th. Keselowski could potentially win his way into the playoffs. Still a ways away from the playoffs, but he's not doing well so far this year. This is definitely his best run if he can close it out. Clearly no guarantees. What this has really done, though, is it's allowed the 51 of whoever's driving it and the 15 of whoever's driving it, depending upon the week, they're getting top 20s, top 25s, top 15s, even top 10s, almost on a weekly basis because these guys are taking each other out. Now, we haven't seen this many wrecks, other than Bristol was a wreck fest, and this one's only had 2 wrecks, but the one was massive, and that one took out some front runners, so seems like when a wreck happens, it's to the guys that, should be competing for a win. And it's just allowing these guys, these small teams, Rick Ware Racing, even the 78, Josh Bilicki's gotten some really good runs. This week it was BJ McLeod, got taken out, flipped a little bit. Same with the 3 of Austin Dillon, flipped a little bit, but he's still going. As you guys can see, he leads this field, is a lap down. Got one of his laps back. Not too much damage done to that car. But yeah, pretty insane. I'm not sure if the standings are ever going to be normalized. Typically, it takes a couple weeks. Once you get 10 races into the year, you really have a good lineup of who's the top 5, who's 6th through 10th, 10th through 15th, who's going to be around that cut line, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, those guys right around that cut line. And then you look at the guys that are down 25th, 28th in points, and you're like, those guys are going to need a win. And as far as I'm concerned, we're only 3 races away from being 10 races into the season, and we continue to have races like this. Standings are never going to normalize out, and we could see somebody like Corey LaJoie point his way into the playoffs. He's currently 16th in points, and he's running 10th. So, Noah Gragson, around 20th in points, running 13th. I don't know. It's you got guys like Briscoe, who's not even inside the top 33 in points, and he finished 34th. Stuart Haas has got some things to figure out, but Ryan Preece doing what he can, the only one left, and he's running 14th. We'll see what happens. Ty Gibbs down in 20th. Ty Gibbs is another one. Same with him and Suarez. You got these top guys taking each other out. They run 10th to 15th. They finish 5th. Next thing you know, they're top 5, top 10 in points. And those are the guys you expect to be around the cut line. So, I don't know. It's definitely something to watch out for. Suarez doing it again, running 5th. Gibbs must have had an issue. He's down in 20th. But with all the guys that are out of this race or laps down, I'm not too worried about it. But Denny Hamlin has taken over the race lead. Bell in second, then Keselowski. And then Ricky Stenhouse. Another one. He's like around, I think he's actually fallen off the last couple weeks with DNS. Fell down to 16th in points. But still, he's been top 11, 12, top 10 in points all year. 1 or 2 bad races, and here he is in 4th again. So, 10 races from now, and we're really starting to talk about the cut line and playoffs. I don't think that playoff picture is going to look normal, but we'll see. Hamlin, a good jump getting away from the field. Bell struggling to get by Stenhouse, and then these guys, Elliott, Ty Dillon, slowing up the field with all the damage they have. The 9 and the 4 are just really slow. We saw it. They went from, Harvick restarted on the front row last time and would have been the second car to go a lap down. So, 3 wide. 4 and the 9 holding Justin Haley up. He's going. There's Ryan Preece. Or no, it's not Ryan Preece. Who is that? It's Cole Custer in the 51. Running well. Byron fell off even more there. That restart, he's down to 13th, but Suarez, bad restart, down to 14th. Larson trying to come through the field. Brad Keselowski up to second. Christopher Bell behind him. Denny Hamlin out front. Got 29 to go in this thing, I'm pretty sure. Somewhere around there. No, about 30-something to go. So we're about halfway through this thing. A little more than halfway through this thing. Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Christopher Bell. The top 3, Dillon's a lap down. And then Stenhouse, I believe, is 4th. And Keselowski looking for the race lead. Wouldn't that shake out the playoff picture if he manages to win? Christopher Bell's right there. Gonna take second. Hamlin back to 3rd. Again, Hamlin, the only one of these cars that has a win. Christopher Bell has struggled in the beginning of this year with a lot of DNFs, but trying to come back with vengeance today. But Brad Keselowski really struggled currently out front, so a win for that 16 would be big. And the 11, I think, got in the back of the 20 a little bit there into that corner. Top 3 are gone. Then you got Dillon lap down, then Stenhouse about a second back, and then 4 seconds back is Justin Haley and the rest of the field. Again, Cole Custer and the Rick Ware equipment talks about him running next year. Back in the Cup Series full time. We'll see if Cole Custer can't manage that. Bell to the race lead. Hamlin to second. These guys are racing pretty good. Hamlin looking for the lead. Underneath the 20. Haley 4.6, now 5 seconds back, so they're losing quite a bit of time. 6 to second. Hamlin, your point leader, trying to drive away. $28 to go. They're racing back here. Ooh, contact, and there's a wreck. We just got back to it. I had just said they're racing hard back here. Gibbs and Byron contact. Ty Dillon involved. Denny, or is that Harvick? I'm pretty sure his day's done after that one. There's no more of a hood to take off. That car's done. Oh, and the pace car just killed Harvick. Hope Harvick's alright after that one. Harvick took a couple hits there. I am worried about Harvick and his health after that one. Gonna have to wash the floor going into this corner. Just trying to avoid the wreck. Creamed him. Then gets finished off completely. Let's go back to the start of this wreck. We were on it. We've got lucky today, seeing the very beginning of these wrecks. William Byron was running well. Sends it into the 54. Looks a lot like what Truex did. Absolutely destroyed Logano. Byron absolutely destroyed Ty Gibbs and Ty Dillon. Then Harvick gets in it, so... Man, we're going to fast forward through some of this caution. This has been quite the event today. I don't like to fast forward through any of this, but I want to keep it as real as possible. But Bell looking underneath Keselowski. I'm not sure what happened to Hamlin. He must have pitted or something must have happened because he is in the back of this field now. Keselowski and Bell. And Stenhouse. Then you got Todd Gilliland, Justin Haley, Kyle Busch, Buescher. Custer a lap down, Austin Dillon 2 laps down, Ty Dillon 3 laps down. We only have 21 cars left in this race, 15 of which are out. Bell underneath Keselowski. Looking for the race lead. It's probably going to come down to one of these two. I'm not sure Stenhouse has the pace to keep up with them and enough to pass them and win the race, but he's looking at a good finish here, 3rd place. Really looking good for that 47 team this year. But Christopher Bell leads this one. We'll be coming to 17 to go. Some names back here we haven't talked about. Really have not talked about Chris Buescher a whole lot. We talked about Busch, Suarez a little bit, Haley even a little bit. Buescher quietly into the top 10 today, looking for a good run. He's not had a hot start to this season, but Chris Buescher looking to close out a good finish today. Then you got Larson 10th, Hamlin 11th. 2 good cars. Not sure what happened to the 11. Gregson, Jones, some Legacy Motor Club teams. McDowell. These guys racing hard back here for position. This is just car setup stuff. Oh, Keselowski into the 20 a little bit. Aggressive trying to win this race. Whew. Just trying to make this thing as realistic as possible. We'll be coming to 10 to go this time. Christopher Bell has put a small gap on the 6 of Keselowski. Clearly, he's gotten back by Keselowski. Didn't waste any time. Nine to go. Coming to 8 to go. Stenhouse has fallen way off. He actually might even lose some spots to Blaney and Buescher. Clearly, that car, just circumstance why he's running third. Larson's up to 6th. Hamlin 10th. Larson could actually realistically finish third. We'll see if that happens. But he's the only one gaining on the leader right now. So Larson's quick, but he's not going to get it done today. I'm going to need some luck to go his side if he manages to do that. Does not look like we're going to have any lap cars the rest of this race, with McDowell being 16 seconds back, potentially. Guys that are lapped down already. Alright, we could potentially see Ty Dillon and Cole Custer get lapped. They're not that far ahead of Bell, but there is only 7 to go. So we'll see. It is about to be a heck of a race, though, for third. Let's go check that out. Oh, it is a heck of a race for third. Blaney's gotten by Stenhouse. Stenhouse is falling off, and he's falling off quick. Now you got Buescher and Larson on him. I'm not sure what the lap count is for caution. So, like, if a caution comes out with 5 to go, I think it depends on, of course, how long that they're going to be under caution, which is dependent upon the wreck, and they got to go down pit road and all that. So I'm not sure if it's more than 4 or 5 laps. Coming to 5 to go. Caution could end it. We go another lap, though, and caution will end it. But I'm not sure exactly what the lap count is. But Buescher cannot get by Stenhouse. Stenhouse, remember, he used to drive this 17 car. He's doing what he can in the JTG equipment. Larson not really pushing it, not being too aggressive, but you can see the leaders definitely got by and even gapped Dillon and Custer. Hamlin up to 7th. You can see he's coming through the field pretty good. The 6 is on the 20. This is going to be a race till the end as we're coming to 2 to go. Keselowski could realistically win this race. We come into the white flag this time. The 6 is on the 20. And he blew the corner. The 6 absolutely blew the corner. The 20's pitting. The 20 is pitting, coming to the white flag. What? And the 6 is going around. Christopher Bell couldn't make it on gas? Is the 6 going to pit? Or is he going to go all the way? The 6th coming out of turn number 4, and Brad Keselowski has won his way into the playoffs. Christopher Bell, how many of them pitted? He could still salvage a good... There he's coming out of the pits. That's going to throw off the finishing order entirely. Blaney 2nd, Suarez 3rd. Should have finished like 8th. It's looking like Kyle Busch pitted, Buescher and Hamlin all pitted. They couldn't make it on gas, and Brad Keselowski has just won his way into the freaking playoffs. Whew. Wow. Are you serious? Larson retakes the point lead because of that crazy finish. We'll see where he is in our standings, the important ones. And now we go to Martinsville. Oh, I'm excited for that one. Oh, gosh. Here I thought we might have a real race, but so Keselowski, he's up to 14th in these standings. He'll probably move up somewhere close to that in our standings, but we'll see. Unbelievable. Let's see, who's got the most laps led for the year? Larson, Hamlin, Chastain, Truex, Bell. And DNFs. 5 DNFs in 7 races for Chase Briscoe. 5 DNFs in 7 races for Chase Briscoe. That is an insane number. He's only finished twice. And to make it worse, Eric Almirola has finished 4 of the 7 races. So Stuart Haas, in 7 races, 2 of their cars have DNF'd a combined of 9 times. Harvick's DNF'd twice. That's normal. Ryan Preece, not even on here, so he's DNF'd either 1 or no times. William Byron, DNF'd 3 times. Same with Reddick, same with Bubba. Logano, he's only DNF'd twice, but he's been in quite the wrecks. He's been in a lot of wrecks. And Logano, you can see he's fallen all the way down to 16th in these standings. Unbelievable. So I guess now the top 33, at least in these standings, let's see the drivers that made 7 starts, but wow. All right. See you guys in Martinsville and then Talladega. And then maybe we'll have some normal races. I'm not sure. All right. See you guys. Peace.